So we got Jasper Reid here today. How are things going your way? You recently had something happen at New Era that has blown up a little bit. I've seen different TikToks, YouTube videos of things circulating. So tell us a little bit about that, because I'm going to say it's not usually after I see someone choke hold a nice young lady that I invite them to the show. But tell us a little bit, why would that happen?
Well, me and Ace have had our thing going for a while. They take the tag belts from us. We get put in a bunch of different matches where we have no chance of winning. Thanks, James Phillips. Stuff like that occurs a lot. And then, I've got Amy chirping in, messaging me on Facebook, all kinds of things like that. I'm an attractive young man. I mean, you can't, there's no denying that, and she's been in on my messages. And I was trying to tell Ace as his friend, like, hey, man, this is happening. This is what's going on. And I don't know, he seems to be a hothead here lately. So he didn't like me saying that, especially put him on blast in front of people. But it's just, I wanted to tell him. And he did not seem to like that. So he hit me in the back with a chair. I
Yeah,
mean, it,
yeah. I mean, I felt that through the video. Honestly, man, it kind of sounds like you're just being a good friend. In the wrestling world, it gets a little confused sometimes, but you're up and coming. I did a little research. I've enjoyed watching you on multiple programs, but on your Facebook, it says you trained under Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze. Is that true?
yes, that's true. Yep.
Okay,
I,
awesome.
I, I trained there for 2 months in Florida, and it was probably the best experience I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
It's really good. They're
Is
really
that
good guys.
flatbacks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. So what was that like? Are you from Alabama?
Oh yes, I'm from Alabama. I grew up here around the Walker County area. So yep. And I decided to go there. I've always wanted to do it. And when I got out of high school, I didn't do it for a long time. I went to school, did all that boring stuff, and then I thought about it a while, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go do this. And
Okay.
I did it, and it's probably the best experience I've ever had.
That's awesome, man.
Hmm.
A lot of people have come out of there and gone on to have incredible careers, and everything I've seen, you're doing all the right stuff. I mean, it looks good. It's enjoyable to watch. Um, so if here lately, I've noticed, and some people have spoken about it, the Alabama wrestling scene has been heating up. What makes it special right now? I mean, and where do you see it going in the next few years?
I don't know. There's so many directions for it right now. Like there's so many different programs running right now that there's a little bit of everything for everybody. I think if you're a wrestling fan, some people like one promotion, some people like other promotion, and it's just all like there is a sense of community in it where I mean, it's everyone loves wrestling and there's all different types of wrestling for people, and I think it's just going to keep expanding and growing, and I think we could see some collaborations between promotions that some people wouldn't see coming in the future. I think.
Gotcha. So currently, with DNR, what got you two guys together? I know originally, I'm familiar with you originally from Pro South. Weren't you the modern day Midas?
Yes, I was for a
Okay,
short stint
okay,
there. You start in the business, you're trying to figure some stuff out, and that just wasn't working out for me.
gotcha.
Just it takes some time. But me and Sam, we before I went to flatbacks, me and Sam kind of had met each other, and
Mhm.
it was like training at New Era and working there a little bit before I went, and then I went to flatbacks and came back, and when I came back, Sam was kind of in the same position that he was in, and we kind of just I debuted at Parish. And then after a while, it was like me and Sam were showing up to the shows, not on the card. Like we wouldn't be booked at all. And we'd be sitting in the back just hoping we had something happen. And then, this person misses or this person doesn't show up. And it's like, well, now we need somebody to do something. And it was always me and Sam. But
Okay.
after about the, third or fourth time of it being like, okay, we're kind of waiting. We're in limbo here. We're not really doing anything. We're just kind of extras for if they need us. I said, well, Sam, the tag team division in Alabama right now isn't very like thriving. There's a lot of promotions that don't have tag team guys. And I came up to Sam and I said, I think we have a lot more opportunities if we went in the tag division. And me and Sam agreed with me. It took a little bit to convince him because he really wanted to be singles, but he heard me out eventually. And so we started teaming and it all went from there.
Gotcha. So y'all's chemistry has been pretty, I mean, not pretty good, great. I mean, you've already captured the tag team titles. Unfortunately, you lost those to the modern day Kings, which, we've already talked a little bit about what already happened, so but we can move on from them. But you know that it takes a toll. You go high and then you get to your lowest of lows. Right now it seems like y'all been climbing your way back up, even getting back into the, tag team championship match. What is it that keeps you going?
Well, I feel like we've had it once and we're hungry for it again. And after losing it in the way we did, where it was like we haven't been put in fair matches. We haven't had one-on-one matches against the modern day Kings. When we first became a tag team, they put us up against Azrael in a two-on-one handicap match. Like we stood no chance. We like there was no like we did all this to get opportunities, but every time we get an opportunity, it's a horrible opportunity and we were put in losing situations. And our whole first title run, we were scraping by the edge of our nails trying to hold on to these titles.
Wow.
It was difficult. And I think having that experience and dealing with all that, it changed our mentality about it all. We have to do what some people aren't willing to do to get these titles back and hold on to them because we're tired of being put in these horrible situations where we can't win and we're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, that sounds perfectly fair. I mean, you just you got an opportunity, you took it, and now you're just trying to keep it. So I'm there with you. That makes sense. I was going through and looking at a few matches of yours, and I know, especially in the independent scene, the YouTube views aren't everything. But back to our like modern day king guys, you know, your most viewed match, single match, with just your name on the card, is actually against Cameron Keast. I believe would have been your second match, maybe in Piedmont.
Yes, I think it was my first one on the main show, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
But really, I'm the one who brought the eyes to that match. I mean,
Mm.
Cameron Keith, that was my first match there. The only reason Cameron Keith got those amount of views is because I was in the match. It was my first match there. People were coming to watch me, not Cameron Keith.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is there anything special about that match to you?
Well, that match, I mean, it's really I think it was my first match on the main roster. So it means
Mhm.
a lot to me coming from that standpoint. I mean, because for a while there, I was at New Era and then going to Pro South and everything there. I mean, that's it's a big opportunity to start another promotion. It's people don't understand how hard it is in Alabama to get booked on different promotions. It's people think, oh, you just get, reach out to them and then you end up wrestling. That's not really how it works. There's a line. And at Pro South, especially, there is a myriad of talent there and there was a long time there where me and Sam showed up and then we just never came back. And it wasn't for lack of trying. It was just there was nothing for us. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's really hard. And especially like the way the business is now, there's so much talent in Alabama that like I'm a newer guy. I'm still learning and I'm not too ashamed to admit that. But there are some people that there's a hierarchy to it. I mean, there is. I mean,
Yeah. So you mentioned the hierarchy and being new. You're going to get asked this the rest of your career. And, this will probably be my last question before, I mentioned before the show that we have, with our Patreon and everything, we have some of our viewers come on and ask a few questions. But what has been your most memorable match so far?
I think because off the top of my head, I've had so many matches. It's hard to keep up with them. Really, it's like we had one at Keystone very recently, and it was with me and Sam, and actually wrestled Lincoln for the New Era title, and I really enjoyed that match. I think it was we had a lot of fun that show. We got to run around and be ourselves a little
Yeah.
bit. We were really causing a scene. Me, Samuel Dean, and Win Brantley, we were just running around being little rats, and that's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
So, and that show itself was pretty good for me. Obviously, winning the titles was a big deal for us and everything, but we're gonna win those back. So,
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to get those back. No problem there. Um, Actually, before we go to just because you never know with our guests what they're going to say, but what do you got coming up? Anything? I know there's a big show coming up against the Modern Day Kings, but where can people find you? And what
Uh,
matches are on the
well,
horizon?
I know we have some Pro South stuff coming up. I think we have the Trios Cup coming up this Friday. We're gonna be there with Joe Wood, me and Win.
Mhm.
We'll be there, and we're teaming with him there. And I think we have a few more Pro South bookings in the future. I'm not sure what on the days yet, but then we also have the New Era on the 7th. So at Swan Gym.
Yeah, yeah, Swan Gym. I've been there quite a few times. There's something about seeing a new era show there that I don't know, it just feels right
Hmm.
to me. And even the Keystone, with it being a mix of everybody, it's seen a lot of new era talent there. It was its own thing, right? And so
Yeah.
something about going to Swan Gym and watching a show it just clicks.
Which and I think the production value there is it's improving every show. Like
Oh yeah.
the production guys work really hard on making it look nice, and
Mhm.
they're very detail oriented. I will say
I
so.
agree. I agree. Their YouTube is getting, like you said, getting better as it goes. And I've noticed that fans have just started filming a ton lately.
Hmm.
Like, you know, I was aware of you, but I think a lot of this was brought to my attention because of the roar of everything that happened that past show. Man,
Yep.
that was intense.
Yep.
But okay, we're getting to the portion where we do questions. It looks like Bob Anderson
Okay.
is in here. Ooh, let's see. Well, I've hit the button to let him in. It might be a little bit of connecting. Oh, I got to do it from my phone. Sorry about that.
No, you're okay.
But you never know what they're going to say.
Okay.
Patreon, everything's weird.
Yeah. There's some weirdos out there for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, says I'll let him in.
Bob.
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 Oh, Bob's muted. Hey, Bob, welcome to the show. Thanks for being a subscriber, and we're happy you're here.
That's Bob.
Surprise, Jasper.
Oh,
Not Bob Anderson, but the king of the South, Ace Haven. And I've heard you say a whole lot today, but all you've been doing is talking. And everything I've done, I've been proving over the last almost 20 years. So while my career can almost legally drink alcohol, you can barely even walk. So I don't know how you've figured in your head that you're better than Ace Haven or Cameron Keast or the modern day Kings. But if you think there's any chance that you're walking away from anniversary with our new era tag team championships, you're going to be in for a very rude awakening.
Oh, uh, Reed,
I'm sick and tired of seeing you everywhere, Ace. Dude, can I not have one thing of my own? Like, you come out, ruin my segment. You come out, ruin my interview. Dude, mind your business. Come on, dude. Read a room. This is about me.
You say ruin, I say made better. Because anything that we can get you out of and put Ace Haven in is already a quality upgrade.
People are so tired of seeing you, Ace. You've been doing it for 20 years. Your wife's even tired of seeing you.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, Jasper, do we need to compare bodies of work? And you know
We can
what?
compare bodies of work all day.
Look, child, I'm talking right now. What are you doing with my wife? What are you talking about my wife? What's the last thing that happened to you? The last time you said something about my wife, Jasper? How quickly did I slam that chair into your back? How hard
Very
did I slap
quickly.
your sunglasses off your face?
Very quickly. But you just need to hear me out. I mean, I'm not you the messages speak for themselves, Ace, but you're not willing to hear me out on it.
Brother, I know where my wife sleeps at night. But what you got to worry about is where Sam sleeps at night. Because maybe there's trouble at home for you.
Sam? What's Sam got to do with this? He's out like scalping kids of tickets or something. He's not here.
Maybe there's trouble at your home, Jasper.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa.
Sorry, James.
No, it's okay. Everything's okay. Hey, I'm glad that Ace is a follower. Which it's whatever, you know.
I know you paid money for this. That's kind of crazy.
But Ace, Jasper, big show coming up is. I mean, is there anything else? I mean, you have a forum here. If you want to get it off your chest, go ahead.
Ace, why don't you give us another title shot then? If you think you can beat us, give us another title shot.
Brother, I don't have to wait on James Phillips or New Era to do anything. I don't know if you've noticed how it works around there, but Cam and I, we do whatever we want when we want, Jasper. So give you guys a title shot. Sure. For us, it's a charitable donation. It's like feeding the homeless
Well,
or, clothing the poor. You can have a title shot. You can have 100 title shots in a row. It won't change the outcome, Jasper, because there's a reason we took them from you, and there's a reason we'll keep them from you. And it's because at the end of the day, we're the kings, and you're just Jasper and Sam.
so sorry, Jasper. That's all the time we have for today. I got to cut it. We only have a limited amount of time.
Ace,
But
anniversary, I'm going to not only take your title, but I'm going to take your wife. Thank you.
oh,